Welcome to the Creators Initiative. And in today's episode, we are going to take a fact. We're going to take a fact and acknowledge that it absolutely sucks. It absolutely sucks. But there's ways to overcome the suck by working smarter and not harder. Yes. So creating and maintaining a strong social media presence can be time consuming, okay? And resource intensive, requiring significant investments of both time and money. We had witnessed this today as we set up for this podcast. And just over the months of me buying a lot of gear and my dad just being like, I don't think she's gonna be able to move out with all the stuff that she's spending money on.
Well, little does he know.
The little does he know. I'm about to retire him. Anyway.
Yeah, that's that talk. That's that talk. I love it.
I'm about to buy land and just have all y'all live on a compound. But anyway, I'll make a believer out of that man. Anyway,
Mom, you still working? I might just give you a Pandora bracelet.
watch the kids.
We coming up.
Okay, so
We coming up.
right. Okay.
Still gonna work though.
Okay.
That's all you know. And I love
For
it.
sure, they'll
I
wither,
love you, Mama.
it would wither away if they
I love you,
didn't.
Mom.
I feel the same way about myself.
That
I need to work, but maybe not as hard. Okay, so let's dive deep into those facts about creating content.
go.
So it's time consuming, but you got to work smarter and not harder. So yes, creating and maintaining a strong social media presence can be time consuming, from idea to scripting or recording that idea, then editing and trying to create a thumbnail, title, caption that idea. It's a lot, bro. It is a lot, and especially when you're trying to run or scale your business, right? And so I want to just jump into some numbers here. So almost 20% of businesses fail within the first year, and 65.6% fail before the 10th year mark. The average business lasts 8.5 years. So the top 4 reasons small businesses fail is: number 1, financing hurdles; 2, inadequate management; 3, ineffective business planning; and last but not least, 4, marketing mishaps. So I'm in year 5 of my business, in my small business, which will not be small much longer. That's my goals, right? And I have, 2 or 3 years before I join the 65.6% and fail at 1 or 4 of those small business failures.
it's coming. I mean, you're gonna either sink or swim.
Right.
But you got it.
Right.
You got it.
Right. So content creation is a form of marketing, right?
8 years for me.
Right.
8
Right.
years for
Yes.
me.
So
Been
yes,
doing this
if
thing.
y'all don't know, we are both small business owners.
Right.
We are full time. That's why we can come in the middle of the day and record this stuff, batch record this stuff from 9:30 to 2:30, which we'll talk about batch recording in today's episode, right? So content creation is a form of marketing, and most importantly, it's free marketing. Okay? So I have a choice personally, to let the reality of creating content overwhelm me and quit before I even start, or take a breath, find ways to work smarter, not harder, until I have the funds to outsource this part of my business, which we talked about in the last podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about working smarter, not harder, with AI and batch recording, okay? So I'm just thinking about your business right now, with real estate and just posting, right? And this is gonna be for you, buddy. This is gonna be for you. This is gonna help you out here.
Good.
So I'm gonna get into it, okay?
I got some
So
stuff in my
right, so hold on to that, okay? Hold on to that.
You see me.
I see it. I see
do
that.
that.
I'm gonna put that little
I'ma let you go.
meme thing over that with a white lady with the math going
No,
overhead.
don't do
I'm gonna
me
do
like
that. I
that.
promise
Oh,
you, I'm
you
gonna
gonna
do
do me
it.
like that?
I'm gonna do you like that, okay? Because I'm an editor at heart. Okay.
Do it. I want to
I'm
see
gonna
it.
do it. I'm gonna
now
do
I
it.
want you to do
I'm
it.
gonna freaking do it.
I wanna do
But okay, so I watch, and I talked a little bit about this in the past episode, but it's really just me going a little bit on a rant, so I didn't slow down, but I'm gonna slow down to make this point.
Mhm.
So I watch and save videos on YouTube or Instagram in their own little playlist, right? You can do the save feature, the folder in Instagram, and you can do the playlist in YouTube if you're not familiar, right? And so these videos that I save, they teach me different AI software to help me create content efficiently and consistently. So I've been on a really serious AI kick lately. Anything that comes my way, I love to manipulate my algorithm to show me, hey, who's going to teach me the different ways I can use AI to make myself more efficient and make me more money until I can outsource and pay like somebody top dollar for like exactly what I want, right?
Gotcha.
So, for instance, I use ChatGPT as a copywriter. And so, for those who are unfamiliar with the term copywriter, a copywriter is a marketing professional who provides the copy for websites, blog posts, emails, posters, ads, articles, etc., in order to persuade and engage a target audience. Okay, so the average hourly rate of a copywriter is $37 an hour. A part-time copywriter for your business would cost you $3,700 a month, right? So now you have an artificial copywriter for free in ChatGPT. Okay, so that's what I use for my stuff right now, because if we get a little technical or anything like that, especially when it comes to leads, you know, you gotta have a lead magnet. Usually a blog post helps your website, helps Google know that your website is still relevant. Like it, because there's a lot of websites that have just been sitting there for years and no one uses or anything like that. So they're not gonna put that on page one, right? People need to know that this website is live and active, and the way to do that is through blog posts. Well, it takes a little bit to write a blog post, and if you're one of those people who hated writing or you weren't good at creative writing, right, ChatGPT. Put in there in your own words and be like, ChatGPT, clean this up for me. Make this sound better, and then read through it and then put your own spin to it, because you don't want it to do, like, full disclaimer, you don't need, this AI is not a replacement.
You don't want to
okay?
fully rely
Right.
on
It's just your second
AI.
brain.
Yeah.
It's your second brain.
It's like ancillary to what you think.
Right.
And
So
then you
let it
kinda-
be your aid. Let
yeah.
it be your second brain. Let it be your aid.
Right.
Help you get started, and then flip it, change it, and put it in your own words. And that's one less thing that you have to worry about. Okay? So that's ChatGPT. Now, we use Opus Clip. Opus Clip is an AI-powered repurposing tool. Like, that's its whole purpose, right? And you take a long-form video, and AI will analyze that video and give you multiple short-form videos with captions. You saw this. I sent it to you when we did our first video, right? With emojis and portrait orientation. Now, me, I have a certain style that I want to do and things like that. So I'm going to go, take that video and I'm going to re-edit it in my way. But thank you for getting me started, right? Because a part-time video editor is between $50 and $150 an hour. So you talked about in the last podcast, right?
AI me.
Right, but you talked about in the last video, like, I want to film something and send it off to somebody. This is what a part-time editor would cost you, between $50 and $150 dollars an hour. A part-time editor on the low end, that $50 per month, would cost you $5,000. Opus Clip is free depending on how many minutes of footage you upload.
Yo,
So-
how much is that monthly? Or
think
yearly? What's the annual?
I think yearly is like $200, $300.
Okay.
But it's all AI. So, but like, if, like, for us, that's why I said I wanted our podcast to be like 30 minutes. That's like hour 15. And I think their limit's like hour and 30 minutes. So I hit that, like, for the month, I hit, like, what is it?
You can hear.
Yeah, I know. It's
Okay,
because, like, it's not
thank
low.
you.
Yeah, you're right.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so,
We got the sound issue.
right.
Yeah.
This time we want to make sure that we can hear stuff. But it is
Yeah.
what it is. You gotta get somewhere. You gotta show up, do the consistent work. So then, like, when we have our own studio, we ain't gotta worry about it, and we ain't gotta set up, and it's gonna look the same. We're gonna have a whole freaking sign in the background. It's gonna be awesome. So, but anyway, it's $5,000 a month. Opus Clip is free, and if it's not, it's $300. $5,000, $300, especially when you're starting, right?
Mhm.
Now, like I said, I'm a video editor. This is what I do for a living, right? Or one of the many things I do for a living in the video filmmaking space, right? What the are they doing out there?
Seems like they're
Is
just
it
rearranging.
upstairs?
Seems like they're
This
rearranging the whole
what a
place.
what a great day to do that. Okay, so anyway,
So
Edit
with
it
the
out.
Opus,
Yeah.
we're not trying to plug them until
no,
they
I mean,
run us our money. Yeah.
right. Well, they're new,
Um,
so they might
I
run us
like
money.
Opus though. But with Opus and you being such a video nerd and stuff like that, is it really good?
Yeah.
Like a great basis or a template?
Yes, for a base. Cause like when you see our edits, like there's gonna be like, I love textured overlays. I know I'm speaking a foreign language.
No,
but
no, I
love
got you.
light leaks and things
No,
like
I
that.
got that.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And I love to like put different, like I would like to put what we call B-roll
Uh-huh.
while we talk.
Yes.
Like it's not the Opus doesn't do that. It just gets the little emojis that throw up, and it does the fonts and stuff like
Okay.
that. I think there might be another one that does something like that, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
And if it does, it definitely gonna charge you because that takes time. But the fact that
But
you
it's only
did,
gonna be a matter of time. Excuse me.
right.
That it gets more sophisticated.
Yeah.
It's just the evolution.
Yeah, and
We've seen it in the movies.
I
time
will
and time.
say it's evolution, but you can't AI cannot recreate creativity, Because at that
feelings,
point,
emotion.
right? Because at that point, if they all do the same thing, everybody's video is gonna look the same. Which for me personally, I've seen.
What-
I know when somebody uses Opus and when somebody uses a different AI tool to refer. I
What
know
if-
when somebody uses captions and
What if
Opus.
what if it can identify B-roll?
You can't. No, it does that now.
Oh,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, but they all look the same. Like, I know immediately when on my feed, I know someone who's using Opus and someone who's using captions. Like,
see, that's
immediately.
dangerous for me because I can't see that.
Right. But I know as an editor, I know.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm saying, like, help me start, because like that alone, doing the, writing captions and all that stuff and trying to throw up emojis
Of
and,
course,
and doing
yeah.
the highlight, that little
That takes a
minuscule,
lot
like
of the
stupid
stress
stuff
away.
that's like not
Yeah.
even that creative.
Right.
But I know I need to do it because this is social media best practices.
Right.
Like, okay, I have to do that, so I'll do it. But to have something like AI just do that already, give me the basis, so then I can throw my creativity in there, like the clips and like the having a face, like it's a talking head, it's your head, and then the words peek out behind your head, and you kind of like, and it like blurs you out, so you like focus on the word or something like that. Like Opus is not doing that, Captions is not doing that, but me as an editor, I can do that. But I already got the bases down through Opus. Or better yet, I identified the clips that I already wanted that were really, which is another big thing too. Like going through long form content, this is something that I do for other brands right now. I just did it like 2 days ago for a brand. I covered an event in Los Angeles, right? And I just like, we need some sound bites so that we can have content throughout the month, right? And so I was like, okay, I need to go through 4 different panels that they had, all ranging an hour long. I had to listen through that and take notes and be like, that's a good point, that's a good point, that's a good point, right? So then I take that audio and now I am actually creating graphics and different things like that for those social media points, because I'm just like, this is a good point with all the other things. Like, I had to physically do that, but I get paid to do that, so that's fine. And it's like extra amount of detail, because sometimes AI is like, that was not a good point, bro, but I appreciate the
You
effort.
tried.
Well, you tried.
tried
You
it.
tried, bro. You tried. But at the same time, it's like, this is just one less thing I have to do since I'm doing all of this. But for instance, like this brand, this company that's paying me to do that, and like paying me a lot of money to do that, like I can take the time to do that because I don't have to go hunt out and do a bunch of other jobs and just do this cookie cutter stuff
Right.
that, AI does. But when you're trying to get started and like, I just need something, I'm trying to post content, I'm trying to get out there and grow my base and grow my bank account so that I can hire somebody who's very specialized and like has a look and can make it look like that, and bring out the real good points and really like needle through it, because AI is like, it's just a surface level, like it's AI, there's no thought, or this sounds good and we did the calculations behind, and this should go viral. There's no heart to it. But when you're trying to get started and you're trying to create content efficiently while you're trying to run your business and do all the other admin stuff that you have to do, it works for now, and it will get you through, and it will get you to where you need to go so that you can hire somebody that can really like put in the work and like put in the effort. So
I'm sure like people like you and your profession, it just shaves a lot of time.
yeah, and it's
Like,
like
you can
especially
just-
for my own personal stuff.
Yeah,
It's like,
you can let it run through, and
Yeah.
then you do what you need to do.
Right.
Deviate from it. But for the
Yeah.
most part, the bulk of it,
Yeah.
it's capturing what it needs to capture.
Mhm.
It's giving what it needs to give,
Yep.
or not. Because some of those Opus clips where it says like this was going to be viral, 99.
98%.
Nah, I
Yeah,
was like, bro, no, we gotta
yeah.
go
I'll
back
do-
to the. No,
Yeah,
it ain't
that's not.
viral.
That's not. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, let's
And-
do it
and-
again.
Right, and so that's why I'm saying when it comes to me personally, like especially these brands that pay me the money that they pay me, is because that personal touch that I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do it myself, But like at the same time, I'm getting paid enough where I don't have to go hunt other jobs down and really like So that's
My
that's,
fellow creator initiators, you cannot.
they got a nickname.
Yeah, we're giving you guys.
I love
The
it.
Beehive and all. Yeah, you guys are CIs. CIs. You cannot. You just can't mimic feelings
Yeah.
and mimic emotion and mimic. So, regardless of whatever you want to do,
Yeah.
your start out point,
Mhm.
it has to come from your brain and your heart.
Yeah.
It has to. Like with me in real estate, I try to be. Well, I don't try. I am authentic. I am me. And if I need to,
Props, Mike.
you know what I'm saying? That might be a 99. But I am me, man. Like what you see is what you get. You can ask anybody around. You
Yeah.
can ask Leah. We've been knowing each other for 15 some odd years, 20 years. But
You say you
I
knew me in
would
6th grade, so
basically, When I cross you over. Yeah, right. But we're gonna talk about that.
What's that?
That's another podcast.
Beep.
But yeah, man, just kind of just be who you are, and be who you are true to. Like, I don't never want my family to see this and be like, man, this Dre, that's not you.
Yeah.
You know, Rodriguez, that's not you. That's
Mhm.
my professional name, Rodriguez.
Stop.
That's actually,
But it's true.
that's actually my first name.
That is true.
Well, you know, Dre to my family. Dre, that's not you. I want
Yep.
them to see this podcast and be like, yep, that's him.
Yep.
That's 100% him.
Right.
So, and once you give that authenticity, it's effortless.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. It's not a coat that you put on.
Yep.
You know, it's kind of like I'm here. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my little rant.
No.
Please,
no.
please do not heavily rely on AI.
Yes.
Let it be.
An
Let it be
aid.
a side dish to
Yep.
your main, and your
It's
main is
aid,
you.
bro.
So
It's your
main is-
aid, and that's it. Like, and this is my last AI tool. It's not really an AI tool, but like they have AI in it, and that's Notion. You know,
Mhm.
Notion is my second brain. You know, it's where I organize my projects. I write my content ideas that I don't want to forget, and I'm notorious for buying pre-made templates. I love templates. Okay, on Etsy or from content creators on Instagram. So if $60 is going to save some mental bandwidth that I can redirect elsewhere, then I'm buying a template. Okay.
I like that.
All right. Yeah. Like this template, like I'm going to show you here later, like what this template I have here on my laptop that
Mhm.
has like organized like all this stuff. Right. And it's from another content creator. And so, I'm redirecting that bandwidth elsewhere, and I'm buying a template that I can just fill out and go while funding the digital creator economy. So, win-win. What happened?
Is it on?
I'm not too worried about that middle one, honestly, but it should be on though.
Okay.
Don't do that. Don't take me out of the.
For me?
No, I'm
I
laughing.
was just pointing.
Now
I
I'm
didn't-
kind of scared though.
Yeah, I just point. I'm ready for my close up, Mr. DeVille.
Man. No, you're right. That's why I don't like that one, just because.
I was like, let me just.
Actually, no, I lied. What I said earlier.
Is the battery good?
No, it died. It overheated and it died. Still on my rant right now with AI and batch recording. Is that if you want to succeed bad enough, you will find a way, and it's only one Google search away. Okay, so creating valuable content in a creative way, is easy for me. It is, because that's what I do for a living, and I'm passionate, as you can tell, about it. But I didn't go to film school. Those skills I learned, I learned these skills over an 8-year period and counting. Like, I'm still learning, and I will continue to learn until
That's what
the
it's
day I
all
die.
about.
Right, until the day I
Exactly what
die.
it's all about.
There's no stopping. There's no end to me learning. Right, there's always ways
The
I
minute
could
you
be
feel
better.
like you know it all,
Yeah.
get out the business.
Right. So,
So
right. And so, so this was I learned this over an 8-year period and counting, where I Googled and YouTubed. Everything I learned was a Google and YouTube search away, and or a Skillshare subscription away, a Udemy course away, multiple Google and YouTube searches away. But I wanted it bad enough, so I figured it out. Every single day, I made an effort to figure it out, and so I worked way too hard to figure this stuff out, to let content creation, I'm going to respect and be honest that creating, just trying to figure out all this stuff, like batch record and all this stuff, has been super hard, and it has overwhelmed me. There's no lie whatsoever, especially trying to get this space, trying to set up, buying this gear. It has been very overwhelming, and trying to script this stuff and find topics that not so much that are viral, but are trying to stick and make sure it fits my niche, or not so much to niche down, but just it fits my niche and I'm actually providing value. There's just so much, my head hurts just right now talking about it. But at the end of the day, I was I know what's on the other side of this. So figure it out. Breathe. Get you a little starry drink. This might be why I drink a lot of sodas. It's my little nerve, I'm not, never mind, I'm not gonna go. But still,
Hey, story.
so,
I can do a read
so-
too.
so right. So
We
I'm just
love you guys.
So I'm not gonna let overwhelm, imposter syndrome, my own insecurities about my voice, which we talked about, but now I actually sound pretty good, so I'm not, I'm okay with
You
it.
just had that epiphany like right now,
No,
today,
no,
after our conversation. Or?
I had it like last time, but like I had it.
What makes me so mad is I've told you
I
this
ain't gonna
for
lie, bro.
years.
I know, but
I've
like,
told you this literally
maybe-
for years.
hey, I've been in therapy for like 3 months now, and I just think it's fine. Like, okay,
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 just
And I got
bask in
enough-
it, stand in
right.
it.
I just
Stand
know
in
there's
your
enough
stuff, girl.
people gassing me up in a good way that it's like I'm still humble, but I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right, okay, yeah. So now I'm here, now I'm here, and like, I mean, like, I'm not gonna let my own insecurities and even how I look, cause y'all, I gotta get my braids done tomorrow. I had my braids in that. Dre, listen.
I don't know.
Listen. I got my braids taken. I got them done, but I didn't like them. I thought they needed to be a little bit fuller, but I actually legit had an allergic reaction to them, so I took them out. But I've been out. But I couldn't get an appointment till this Friday, and we had to film today on Thursday, and so my hair is like a fro. I don't even know how I got into this hat, but I say, bro, the show goes on. We're still gonna show up. We're still gonna film this, and it just is what it is. And so this is one of those things I had to overcome because, bro, when my hair's a mess, I'm a mess. Okay?
Yo, that hat, I ain't gonna hold you.
But it's fire,
It's
though.
giving boundary limit.
It's
It is about the bus.
I got a headband on and everything trying to make sure.
I seen that. I was like, did she got a do-rag on? What? Shawty crazy.
Bro, it's the edges. My black sisters will know.
Ooh.
My black sisters will know.
Young
They know
man
the
out here.
headband when it's under here trying to make sure that this stuff does not.
Yeah.
So you don't see them coca
You
bubs.
see
Is what they
them-
call it.
See
The
that
kitchen.
new growth. that kitchen. That girl right there crazy. I love her.
But for
though,
real,
man.
that's why I was like, let me just.
I love her, man.
I even asked you before we started saying, is my hair
No,
showing?
your
up?
hair,
Okay.
yeah, your hair's straight. Your hair's
Okay,
straight.
we just shut up, boy. I saw that side eye.
Your hair's all right.
Shut
man.
up, boy. Well, y'all know the strolls. I was like, bro, no, we still got to do
No, it
this.
looks
It is
good.
what it is. But
It
we
looks good.
gonna have the nails done and everything
Yeah.
next time we're on this podcast because I ain't got to
Yeah,
do the
I gotta-
documentary no more where I
I
can't
get
have
my
my
hair
nails done.
cut.
So
You guys gonna see in a little
Right.
bit. I like my hats though. Okay.
right, I don't wear my hats, but yeah, I got my nails done and everything
Switch it up
because
with you guys.
because like I'm filming that documentary. I'm finally done filming that, so I can have nails because.
Are we gonna see some open toe sandals or what? Or no?
No, we're gonna be always like athletic leisure.
Alright,
like that's a vibe.
I like it.
I'm never,
Athletic,
like-
casual leisure.
Yeah, we're
That's
never
me.
gonna dress up. If you don't want to see me dress up, catch me on the weekends. If
Well,
I mean,
I might if it's a podcast day and I'm doing a
I might do
listing
something.
or
Yeah, I
I'm,
might.
I'm
I
meeting
might
a client.
just give me.
Y'all might get
Yeah.
treated with a
Yeah,
a
give
little
me a
vest,
shout out or something,
a
and I'll
little
make
shirt,
sure.
tie,
And I'll do
little
it.
slacks.
Yeah, I'll do it. Like, yeah, let me
Show
know
y'all
and
what
I'll
I'm
do
working
it.
with.
Stupid. Yeah, I'll do it. Just let me know and I'll dress up. I'll do it on purpose and like be like, oh, how you know she was capable at? Yeah, me neither. So
Ain't gonna I'm a hoodie.
yeah.
I'm a hoodie person.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm
we
very
got our-
I'm
we
very
got
comfortable,
our-
and that's another thing with real estate. Like, okay, we got
No, I was talking about my
memorabilia.
business. No, I'm talking about we got my business hoodies coming in
Okay,
and beanies. Did I
Cool.
tell you I was getting beanies?
no, you didn't.
Bro, I'm so
Ah,
excited, bro.
beanies, that's my stuff. Beanies.
Bro, I
hoodie.
got the beanies with the PVC like stick.
I'm sorry, guys. You guys will never see my haircut.
Yeah, sorry, but no, I got beanies in like 5 different
Sorry.
covers. They had them on a sale, so I got them.
Was it really a sale?
Yeah, well, I think originally like the beanies were like $30, maybe like 15, and they were on
And
sale.
they dropped
for
it down
10.
for $28.50.
No, they did $10.
Oh.
$10 beanies. I said, bro, let me get the whole lot. Let me get 5 in each color.
Oh, and check out.
And I got
shipping
the,
is
and the
$15.
Ah, shut up! Don't worry about it. It's a write off because I really feel like
Oh.
Uncle Sam's.
Y'all hear
uncovering me.
that?
It's a
Y'all-
write off.
You guys hear that? It's a write off.
It's a write off. I'm not gonna sell
CPA.
merch, but hey, if I do,
Hey.
I might.
Alpha Media LLC.
bro. The merch is
Rodriguez
Bro.
Real Estate for you.
right. Hey, go
Turner
with branded
Vending.
branded bills, bro. I love them out in Arizona. So
Love it.
I like how I went off on that rant just
Yeah,
to
we
come back
just-
and get real serious to tell you, like, listen, like I'm not letting this hair, okay, this hot mess prevent me from,
As you shouldn't.
creating content that will be getting in front of my ideal client. They just need to know I'm real, like,
You still doing a thing, huh?
okay, because at the end of the day, when it comes to like, filming, like they really could care less what you look like on set, which is really
Yeah.
nice. I
It's all
chose the
about
grace
It's
profession,
all about the
you know,
info. at
right?
the end of the day,
Can
right?
can you do the job? Can I have a return on my investment?
There you
Bet,
go.
come through.
Are you
so,
guys making sense?
Yeah.
Like,
So, and here's my thing too. You've worked too hard. Whoever's listening to this, especially who has a brick and mortar establishment or has an online store or online shop. I think that's the same thing. Don't worry about what I just said. Just repeat that. But, you know, you worked way too hard for your business to fail in, 2 years because no one had the money to pay you who knew that you existed. Let me say that again because I'll make sure I didn't trip over my words here. I want you to hear me clearly, okay? You worked way too hard, okay, for no one who had the money to pay you because they didn't know you existed, okay? You're one social media post away. Take it seriously. Take it seriously. It's free. It's free. Just show up and do the thing. Do the work, okay? And I'm trying to help you here with like AI and batch recording and things like this, which is our next point. Okay, so AI is 50% of working smarter, not harder, and batch recording is the other 50. So after you get over the initial hurdle of creating content efficiently, like bold that word efficiently, you need to batch record that content so you post consistently.
Ooh.
Let me say it again. Let me say it again for the people in the back.
We gotta have something.
Let me say it for the people riding in the car on the way to work at a stoplight because you just
Put
stopped.
that tablet down. Listen.
Okay, put it down and take a moment.
Yeah.
Turn it up, all right?
Put the noise cancellation on. She's spitting.
One more time, right. Let her cook, okay? After you get over the initial hurdle of creating content efficiently, you need to batch record that content so you post consistently. Put it on a shirt, okay? So now my bonus tip, I'm going to put that on a shirt. Ain't going to lie. That's probably going to be merch that we're going to sell, okay?
That's fine.
All right. Now my bonus tip is this. You need to first ask yourself, what is the purpose of my content? Okay? Are we creating content that inspires, educates, motivates, or entertains? This is the questions that I ask the people that I work with. Why are we creating this content? We could just be creating content. I know people just be whatever.
Just be doing stuff to do stuff. Right?
Like sometimes I'm just like, you just want to hear yourself talk. You want to hear yourself talk.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just be honest with that.
True.
It's your money. It's your do you boo boo. But I'm just saying that when it comes to trying to get a return on your investment with your time and your money, why are you creating this content? What is the purpose of it?
Intentional.
Please be intentional. So, example, Alpha Media. Just me personally, and, we'll see what Dre's going to do here because I'm going to be helping him, right? Like, hands-on helping him with his stuff, right? So, just for example, Alpha Media is creating content that educates, inspires, motivates, and possibly entertains because I don't want, the content to be boring like a lecture. I want it to be engaging and for you to connect with it and feel confident creating quality content that is creative using your iPhone or entry-level hybrid camera with natural light or professional light that we have here today on a small scale to start or grow your business. So after you figure out what purpose your content serves, decide whether it's beneficial and sustainable for you to create long-form content. Okay, so if not, because we're doing YouTube video podcasts and things like that, and like full-length YouTube videos, but if not for you, short-form content works just as well as long-form content. You'll just have to come up with more ideas compared to just 2 long-form video ideas that you can create 3 to 12 60-second highlight videos from, or create a summary of that long video in 60 seconds, which I'll actually explain in more detail here in a second. So actually, I'm probably explaining it right now. So essentially, Alpha Media's strategy right now is to take a long-form video and create 3 to 12 highlights from that video, i.e. the podcast, which serves as inspiration or motivation. Then I take 1 point or multiple points from the podcast that I can create another long-form video showing you in detail how to do X, Y, and Z. Like, okay, I talked about brand identity and why it's so important. Actually, how I show you a video how I came up with my brand identity. Exactly how I did it, and then I'll make, and then I'll do even one better. And from there, I can take a video idea and sum it up in 60 seconds for a YouTube short or Instagram reel, and at the end, encourage you to go watch the full video if you need more help. Now, guys, this didn't just come to me. I'm just like, well, maybe it did come to me, but I'm obsessed with YouTube and Instagram and how people repurpose things and stuff like that. So it was just easy for me to come up with that strategy just for myself. Right?
The execution was flawless.
Right. So yeah, like look that right there, that doesn't include trending topics, or like right now I've seen in my space on YouTube. A lot of Sony A7C-R and Sony A7C II cameras, And so that's trending right now. Like I can do a review about that right now. I mean, like, hey, you're a new content creator. You're trying to create content for your own personal page, right? Would it be beneficial for you to spend money on this entry level hybrid camera? Like, will it do everything that you need to do, how you need to do it? Make a video like that. So, and I have plans actually to do a video like that. But like, just that alone could be 2-3 months of content.
People love video instruction.
Yeah.
I know I do.
Right.
I would much rather go on YouTube. I don't know how many people do it, but I know how to still do it. I go on YouTube. I don't even look at the instructions. I just go and see if somebody's made it. 9 times out of 10 they did.
Yeah.
And what they liked about they liked about it, because they always want to give their review after the instructions.
Yeah.
And it's like all encompassed.
Yeah.
So,
And there's so many different ways you can do it. And like for you, for example, for you and real estate, we talked about this before, but what you could do is you could create content where you essentially dumb down all the jargon and everything that I need to know about buying a home or interest rates or anything like that, or how I can get equity out of my house. Like I say that, but I have no idea what I'm talking about and how that works. But not only dumb that down, but do it in an entertaining way.
right.
Okay? Like you can totally sit here and just sit here and just talk about it. But everybody else is doing that too. And I mean, that's great. But like the only way I would subscribe to you or listen to you is if I absolutely needed to do that right now. And it's like, thank you for the advice, right? And then say you did that once and you never posted again. I forgot all about you and that you gave me that good advice. So now, because it's not so much like, thank you for giving me that advice, but now I trust you. And now you're always on my feed, giving me all this good advice about real estate and how I can, grab equity out of my house. Well, dang, I'm about to sell my house, or I'm about to go look for a house, or I'm about to look for land. I need to hit up that Dre guy.
There's a guy on YouTube, I think Pace Morby. He does the exact same thing that you do. He's very you're talking about. He's very intelligent when it comes to real estate. He's really big on creative financing. And I've found
it's like his niche.
His niche, like trying to not get over, but kind of find a way around the interest rates, whether it's like novations or assumption loans. And, assumption loan and a novation can be pretty intricate if you really don't know what you're doing. And it's basically just taking somebody else's interest rate. So if they have it at 2.5, you basically can buy their house at their interest rate. And you're like, oh, how can I do that?
Right.
It's like, what is a novation? And it's like, basically, he's like, it's basically like taking over somebody's car payment.
And it's like clicks.
When he says that, it's like, oh,
look,
I get it.
But I would do one better though. If I edited that, I would like have a light bulb, ding.
Yeah.
And it's like,
like that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
but he breaks it down so kind of relatable to the point where, oh, okay, I know somebody's done it, or I've done that.
Right.
It's kind of like that. The nuances is different because it's a house versus a car, but the basis is still the same.
Right.
It's still the same. So when he says that, it's like, oh, got it.
Right. And
now I'm subscribed to him because he just broke something down that I had no knowledge about.
But do you even think though, even if you took it a step further with the way you edited too with the light bulb, it's like, dang, not only man dropping gems like that, but dang, he's entertaining too.
Yep.
Okay, and he's funny. Shit.
Yep.
And that's another thing too. Like, don't forget that we are oversaturated with content, right? Like, there's a lot of creators out there. So what are you doing differently? Like, don't forget that your personality is different, but how you would even edit, even if like say you did something weird where you just put the phone down on the ground, you always ran up to it and like dropped a fact and then walked over it. Like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
Like Dre, that's all he does. He just throws a phone on the ground and gives us a fact and he walks over the camera. It's like random as heck, but I remember that guy.
It's very aggressive.
Right, but I remember that guy.
I got you.
Okay. Like, that's just different because like, hey, and here's the thing. It's not so much you trying to reinvent the wheel. It's just more of like that's the only way I can come. It's the only way I can show up because like I'm funny and I'm different, right? Like that. Like, hold on one second.
Like this. Interest rates high. Yo, I'm gonna give you that. What's that guy? What's that guy on the Family Guy? The weatherman. I can totally do that.
Hey, but see,
that's me. Actually.
Damn.
Stay tuned. I'm gonna do something like that.
Dude, you think we won't do it?
I will do it.
I know you will. That's the thing, and that's what's great too. And it's like, and then like, here's the thing.
It's all about having fun. Like it's about having fun, making fun of yourself, going out your boundaries of life, man. Like you're so structured. You do everything so methodical. Man, it's cool to do something that's kind of a little out your character. I'm always down for it. Like,
right.
That's
And,
just
and
me.
here's the thing: if you're not funny, you're not funny. It is what it is.
Right.
But it's okay. But
And
if
that
you are
too.
funny,
True.
you better lean into that
Yes.
comedic. You know, like I love like that. Like that's just an idea that I just came up with. Like, and you could totally take it and rip it. Now, and I just want to do full disclaimer though. If you're not funny though, please don't do that because then it's just cringe.
Well, if you're the only person that thinks you're funny too,
Yeah.
don't do it.
And I think we need to be
Some-
honest about that too. Like
Some self.
I'm just gonna be
assessment.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a serious person. I can be a serious person, but that's just not my that's not my first go to. Like I can be serious and I can be deep, especially when I write. You know, for all the exes that got a paragraph from me, 2-3 stories. 'Cause
Okay.
Leah was
Drakina.
Leah was writing her heart out. Leah can write though, so it it is what it
Well,
is.
she-
But I might not be able to talk to you in person about this because I got to think about it. But other than that,
You get nervous.
yeah. But other than that, I'm
You
gonna
be
write
writing
you.
poems?
I'm gonna write. I did actually.
Really?
Back in the day, I did.
Let me find out Leah be
No,
writing
right.
haikus and
So
stuff.
right, bro, it was deep back
crazy.
then. But like that's what I'm saying. Like it's just like leaning into what you're good at. Like if you're not funny, you're not. Because there's a guy. This is just a great example. There's a guy on YouTube that I follow. He's a freelance DP, which is director of photography, right? I kid you not. This man jumps on his YouTube channel. He's like, "Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for asking." So in today's video, we're going to talk about da 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 da, and he's like that the whole time.
But that's him. I'm
But
pretty
that's
sure
him,
yeah.
though. If he started cracking a joke, I'd be like, "What the heck is wrong with you?"
Mhm.
You know. But
Just
that's him.
directness, very
Yeah,
very
but
dry,
it
very-
looks good because how are you gonna tell me about stuff like how to become a DP when your stuff is like crap, right?
right.
So his stuff looked good. So he's like, okay, he's serious, and he shows behind the scenes of his DP work, and he's very detailed and stuff like that. And I learned a lot from him, so I subscribe.
So he doesn't have to have a personality.
Right, I
so to
don't
speak.
subscribe to
Right.
John Carlo or whatever his name is. I don't even know the dude's name.
Right.
You know, for his humor. It's just the fact that he gives me good information. But it's funny that he's just, hello, how are you doing? I'm good. Thank you for asking. Like, I kid you not. I'll show you the video, bro. And then there's another guy. His name is Tom Buck.
I can see how that.
love
I can see
Tom
how
Buck.
that be in your algorithm. yeah.
Right,
I can
but
see that.
but it's Tom Buck though. His name is Tom Buck. I love Tom Buck. He's a teacher. You can tell he's a teacher. But his videos are so colorful. His background's so colorful. He uses dad jokes all the time. Not all the time, but like they're just right on time. And I literally find myself
There's an
laughing
art
in
to
my
dad
room.
jokes.
Yeah.
You got to execute. 'em.
Right, but
pretty
it's
good.
not purpose. Like he's not trying hard. Like that's
Yeah.
just who he is, and he's a teacher too, and it's awesome. Like I love Tom Buck stuff. He just does all the audio stuff, so I follow him for audio. But he's one of those people that I'm like he just leans into like he's funny dad joke kind of guy and a teacher, and he's like he loves purple and like all these different colors and things
Okay.
like that. He's he's like an art teacher, like legit. He's an art teacher, and that he has a YouTube channel. So it's just like lean into like I'm not gonna say I'm not a sexy person, but I'm not gonna like demonstrate that. Like you don't need to see that. You're not gonna see that side of me,
Mhm.
okay? You don't need to see that side of me, and I'm not gonna force that and act
No,
like
we
I
don't,
am.
We don't do that. We just
I
let it.
make
We just let it
jokes.
emit
I am
to the
comedian.
universe.
Okay, I'm a comedian.
Take.
I'm gonna tell you
whatever.
I'm awkward. I'm gonna make a joke about how I didn't
I'll
shave
tell
my
you,
legs or
I'm
something.
weird. Like
Right, I'm not doing
I'll
that.
tell you that.
And so, like, I just want you to know, like, lean into you and don't force anything because you can tell, like, damn, this person's not funny. And I'm not going to be mean and be like, I'm not going to jump on your comments and be like, you're not funny, right? Like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm never going to do
I'm
that.
not gonna spam.
I'm
you to
not
death.
going to, no, I'm not going to knock you down or anything like that. But if you were to ask me, like, on a coaching, like, level and it's like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that didn't land. That didn't land the plane because you're just not funny. It is what it is,
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But if
And
you
just
ask
like
me
I'm
one
not
on one,
serious.
I
Yeah.
gotta tell you.
I can't be serious, but
yeah.
it is. I can have my moments, but like
Yeah.
you're not gonna get a serious, like inspirational with the like epic music in the background. It's gonna
Right.
get real awkward real quick
Right.
for me. So I'm just always putting that out there. But
You ready for it?
right? But that's our little tangent, and we'll get back to what we're talking about. But batch recording. I hope I might use that a little bit. How about this? I'll lean into this way so you don't lose it. What we're talking about. So once you how I said our strategy, I pretty much have 3 months worth of content already ready to pump out. Like where I could take 2 months off because I already did the work, right? So after you figure out what purpose your content is going to serve, if you're going to post long form content, that you will trim and repurpose for different social platforms, or you have one central idea that fuels and inspires 30 days worth of short form content, you're going to have to create a workflow for batch recording and editing this content. I think this, I'm not even gonna lie, there's no, well, this is the easiest part, so once you get through that, like, it's a breeze. Like, it all sucks. It all sucks. I said that in the beginning. Like, this, we're acknowledging that it sucks, especially when you're doing this all by yourself. But once you get that flow and you get that workflow going, and you get the money coming in and things like that, outsource it.
And guys, I mean, batch recording could be just as easy as having a lot of what is that in your TikTok drafts.
Mm-hmm. They're ready to go.
I know my daughter. She has like 17 drafts.
Not her being a professional.
No, I don't. I think it's more just indecisiveness. Like she's
okay,
not finna.
okay.
She's like, I don't like this, but I might like it tomorrow. So
okay, fair.
but it's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like just having 12 drafts that you have different videos, and then you can just boom, boom, boom. But I will say personally, for me, that is very time consuming.
It's very time consuming
because I'm a much like if I do a video, it's real time.
Yeah.
I put a lot of thought into it. Mm-hmm. So it's like I can't do 5 of these right now. And then in my mindset, think 5 different things and portray 5 different feelings. So it's like
a lot. Yeah.
I'm struggling with that, but it would be a whole lot easier for me if I did that.
Right. And there's
I had like
a way
5
we're gonna work
videos in a clip.
Yeah, we're gonna work with it. Well, that's why I say if you go
3.
one, say like this is just put you on game here. If you had 5, this is usually what we do, especially with long form, right? Think about some point that you can talk about in equity. Like just say, just something actually not. Let me not give an example of what you're doing because I have no idea what you're doing. So let me give an example of like something I could talk about. So
you use the equity. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I just don't know like how it could.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I was saying like let me. Okay. For instance,
you go do your thing.
Using the Sony FX3 that I got filming me right now. I could literally tell you the 4 different settings that I use to get this look. But what I could do, instead of giving you all 4 steps that I use to get this look, I can just start with step 1. That's one video. And then I can start with step 2. That's another video. Step 3, step 4. But I could film them all at once. And then cut it up and send the one, send the other one, send the third one, send the 4th one. And that one actually is less overwhelming to somebody, especially when they're new to something.
So just taking a broader point and just breaking it down. See, me, I want to do like a whole different. Yeah. Okay, equity. Okay, first time homeowner. It's like you really gotta like just know so much in one thing, and then you got to switch and know so much, and it is kind of overwhelming, but that is pretty smart.
That's what I'm saying. So if like you were just talking about equity, right, and that say equity had like 5 different whatever topics that you can talk about just about equity.
How to extract your equity in like a
that's
HELOC
one video.
Or refinance or
just right there.
Right.
Like what'd you just say? The Eli and Core or something you said? What'd you just say?
HELOC?
Sure. Just talk about that one. Yeah. And then the next one. And then the third one. And now you got 5 videos just talking about equity.
Right.
And then you're gonna talk about that other one that you just said that I totally just went over my head.
And then you make so instead of 5 videos you got in a draft, or 3 videos you have in a draft, you have for every 3 you have 5 videos of that one. So you multiply it. And so you make your content last longer. That's genius.
And that's what I'm saying. So also too, don't forget if you say, now this is another thing, I think this is something I'm gonna talk about later, but I'm gonna follow my notes because I get off the topic, but it's fine if I repeat this, but there's another thing too. Don't think that you have to post, 7 times a day, 7 times a week, 3 times a day. No. That's somebody who's spending $50,000 a month on a media agency. Those are the ones that are posting 7 days a week, 3 times a day. If you can only post 1 time a day on Monday, do it for the next 6 months. That's consistency. We know you're going to show up. Now, granted, your following won't grow as fast as you posting every single day, once a day. Now, actually, I've seen a lot of growth from just posting 7 days or 5 days a week, once a day. It used to not be like that. You did have to post 7 days a week, 3 times a day to see anything. That's crazy. So I'm grateful that it's changed in that way. But what I'm saying, though, is that if you can only do once a day on Monday at 6 a.m., but now you got 15 videos for the next, think about 15 videos you're posting. That's 4 posts per month. So what is it? I'm not good at math, so I'm not even gonna play like that. So anybody like, oh, that's not right, Leah. That's definitely like 6 months. It's 4 whatever. I don't give a darn. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, okay? So that's what I'm just saying. Now you got freaking 4 months of content that you ain't got to worry about while you're trying to run your business and grow this one, but you're being consistent. You're being consistent. So just think about that. Like, if you're worried about the fact that, like, dang, dude, I had 25 followers yesterday. Now I got 36. Well, yeah, you only posting once a week, but at least you went from 25 to 36. Progress, right? Like,
And take time to thank them too.
right. And if
Like,
they're making
enjoy
you,
the process.
and
while
if
you
that
have
36 is actually going to purchase your
Nah,
product, then it worked.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
I know too many people that got like 500 followers that are making over 6 figures.
Yep.
Because those
I'm thankful
500
for
are
all
paying.
all my followers across. Maybe
Right.
I'm not the most, but I
Sheesh.
don't like to be. But it's like
Yeah.
I'm thankful for all of them because it gets my visibility out. People
Yeah.
share my stuff, and it's only gonna go. It's only gonna grow bigger and better. But
Yeah.
you gotta enjoy. You gotta enjoy the journey,
Right. And so that's why I'm
and
saying.
that's what I'm doing personally.
And
I love it.
I just wanted to put that out there. Like, no, you
like
don't
it.
have to do that. And that's how you can, especially when you're starting out and it's overwhelming. Take freaking one topic and just freaking needle it down to 3 minutes and like,
Mm-hmm.
because I really could. I could go do a master class on the Sony FX3 with just the 4 settings to make this look the way it does.
Mm.
But I'm not going to do it. But I can definitely tell you, hey, you really need to worry about that shutter speed. What
Right.
the heck is shutter speed? Let's talk about it. And I'll talk about it for
The
60
most
seconds.
important thing you need to worry about.
Right, and then
You know what I'm
next
saying?
video,
There you
and it's
go.
not overwhelming, and you just add to it. So,
Right.
but back to like how not only you batch record, you shoot this stuff, but now you got to edit it. So this is our workflow. This is going to be my workflow, right? So the first week of every month, I take 3 to 4 days or the whole week if needed to batch record 2 video podcasts, 2 YouTube videos, 2 YouTube shorts / Instagram reels, right? And then we change our tops. You just saw I changed my hat and my shirt. And maybe add a hat if I didn't have a hat. So the audience knows that this video is different from the previous ones
Mhm.
because we're gonna be shooting them out, so they gotta know that oh, that was a different video, it's a different
Right.
topic, right?
Right.
And so I also
it's the
film-
illusion.
it's the illusion. Yeah, we totally been sitting here this whole time filming all this stuff, and we totally went over the time, but we got time. I think. I hope. So I also filmed 2 YouTube shorts that I repurpose as Instagram reels to summarize the 2 YouTube videos, the 2 long form YouTube videos, and I do that in like 60 seconds, right? So now I have 6 pieces of content, not counting the clips, that Opus will create for me once I upload the video podcast, and I'm uploading 2 of those. So darn near probably give me 60 videos, and then I can choose probably narrow it down to like 15 or 20. They're like, oh yeah, those work. Okay, so and now that I have figured out when I need to plan for the wear, so we rent this space here in Nashville once a month for our podcast episodes. But I took this idea from Tom, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. I'm just gonna put him on the screen. I'll make sure those cameras still film. But I took this idea from Tom on Instagram, where he creates two or one set, like his go-to set for creating all his content, which is like a talking head video.
Mm-hmm.
And so I opt for 2 different angles, using my desk to film talking head videos, and that I use as A-roll, and then the other for voiceovers / talking head videos for those 60-second summary videos for the YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. So it's like different. There's a different vibe. There's a different feel. Like I know this is gonna be a 60-second video, and this is gonna be Leah's talking head, which she uses B-roll for. So we have the when, and we figured out where the where was, right? So now let's organize the how. And if I messed that up, let me just say that one more time. So we have the when and where figured out. Let's organize the how. So I'm not going to get into the weeds with how because it's deeper than a Florida marsh. But just know and trust that.
Wait, what?
Shut up.
A Florida what?
Florida marsh.
Florida marsh?
Marsh.
Florida marsh.
Just stick with me, please.
Oh.
But just know and trust that everything you see.
Roll Tide.
Shut up. We're in Florida. It's
They
go
said
Gators,
Florida.
bro.
I just-
It's
They're not
go
Roll
Canes,
Tide.
bro. It's go Canes.
It's not
Florida
Roll
State
Tide.
Seminoles.
No, I know that, but
Okay,
I'm
it's the
not
Roll Tide. I'm talking about Florida Mars.
Go Colorado. Let's go Dion.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
That's my
We're
boy.
all bandwagoners for sure.
I
I'm definitely one
I
of
will
them.
be the first to admit
Me too. Shoot.
that boy's cold.
Do you do? But just trust and know that everything you see was organized into a folder for me to edit at least 1 week. We don't want to cut it that close to 1 week, but if I have to because of other work stuff, but at least 1 week before its scheduled premiere date in a software that only professional editors use. So don't even worry about it. You don't have to do that. And then I take the final edit and schedule a social media post using Social Pilot, and that's it. That makes sure that I'm consistent and that it gets done. So we have a full YouTube video wading through a Florida marsh of how I organize and edit content. I might do a YouTube video where I literally wade through a Florida marsh of using how I use and organize and edit that content, but it's really boring. But it's
I was
really
just gonna
needed,
say,
though.
can you make it interesting?
I can make it interesting, but it sucks. Even I don't want to do it, but I can try.
Mm-hmm.
But it's for amateur in the future. If it's one of those things, y'all ask for it, like, hey, bro, I'm not using CapCut. I'm not going to use this stuff on my phone. I actually want to get into an editor. Like, I really do want to use Final Cut Pro. Like, okay, I'll do it. But if I don't, if you don't ask for it, I'm not doing it because it's complicated. So
Strictly by demand.
right, strictly by
Everything
demand. So, but for
in the
now,
comments.
just know that a strategy and a plan was, guaranteeing my success to make sure that I post, for the next 66 months on the days that I have for it. So these are my final thoughts because we need to pack up. Because this is
I'll let her cook.
right. This is
cooking.
part of the what is it? This is part of the batch recording that we do and the day that we take out to do it. But don't feel, and I did say this, but I'm going to say it better, so we can put it as the hook to the video. But don't feel like you have to post 7 days a week, 3 times a day to grow your business and get in front of your ideal client or target market.
Sounds good.
Consistency is key, even if it's once a week. Now, I learned that the hard way. I was inconsistent with social media, so my money was inconsistent. But when I am consistent, and I'm telling you, not as I have done it, I'm in the middle of doing it right now. So if I'm consistent, right, and the consistency is sustainable, I will get in front of the right client at the right time, and I will scale my business using social media and the exact advice and strategy I'm giving you on this podcast. I'll be using myself to grow my following and my bank account.
Also, guys, even with what I have going on,
Mm-hmm.
which is a multitude of things,
Mhm.
vending company, real estate, and other stuff, but I want you guys to hold me accountable in what I have to do
Mm-hmm.
to get to where I need to be. It takes 21 days to create a great habit,
Yep.
or good or bad. So you just have to stay consistent with it, and I will be holding myself, alongside with Leah,
Yep.
accountable. So this is what the podcast is about: true,
Mm-hmm.
raw, authentic
conversation. Yeah.
conversations about what you need to do
Mm-hmm.
to scale up in a digital age.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, plain.
And
Yeah.
just get it done. Look, you gotten this far with your business. You'll figure out social media. Like, I'm not sitting here saying it's not hard and that it's not a lot of work, but starting your business, establishing a brick and mortar was hard. Yet you found a way. So find a way now with social media. Get it done. And so that's it, bro. That's it. I
Yep.
dropped the mic on that one, and we'll check you out, Lord. have
Don't
mercy.
rely on AI. The only AI I really know, he crossed over Jordan 96.
Gosh, you had that shirt last time. We messed up.
Yeah, I did.
This is a good segue, but it is what it is. But my battery's about to die. I see it. See it.
Rodriguez,
Right.
for you, real estate.
Right. Alpha
Reach out in the
Media.
comments. Let me know. Let us know.
Right.
What kind of topics you guys like, and
Right.
we will do our best.
Alpha Media LLC. We create content
We
that
are.
converts, so you don't have to. And we'll catch you in the next episode where we talk about all things hashtags and why they are the vein of my existence. But thank God there is a silver lining, and it makes more sense in 2023. Deuces.
All right.
Oh, why did I do that? I'm sorry. I told you I was awkward.
You were mixing up. Man, like, comment, subscribe, guys. You know the thing.
I
You
never
love
told
us.
y'all that,
You
but
love
you
us.
should do that.
You love
I
us.
died.
You Jada Kiss?
Just in time. It died.
That's crazy. Did it? Oh, that's